top of the throne. I ain't a king of the bird in my dome, like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows if you look at my neck, boy.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at a few moments ago. Here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
As I look down at the sideline and see the special teams coach, you can just see those shoulders sagging, can't you?
Absolutely.
You talk about having some great emotion going. Think about the elation he was feeling on the return. Everything synced up well, blocked well, everything was going great, and then they end up dropping the football.
And a nice job, though, to make that football come out defensively.
It was. Give them credit for making that happen. But, boy, I just feel the pain of that poor guy on the sidelines, all diagrammed well, and it ends up poorly.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Luck. Ebron caught left side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Luck looking deep here for Ebron. He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 32 on the play.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. They run it. It's the ex-Chief, Spencer Ware. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
From the 50, it's Luck. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Indy. 45 yards.
Ready! Switch up! Slant! Ready!
They'll run here with Mack. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert?
And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Mahomes. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack by Marcus Hunt. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back?
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Justin Houston able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Taking it about the 16. Officially, that'll be a... ...63-yard punt. Well done. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Locke. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Luck in the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Play action. It's Locke. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play there for Indy. 44 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
We got 4. Eyes on 81. Eyes on 81. Check 43.
Running on 1st down with Ware. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the 39-yard line.
Check out. 675. 50 to Mike. Hey, 12. Hey, Mike 50. Hey, echo.
12. Luck. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Ware. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Look up. 190. Let's go. Tight left. Everyone got 4 down.
Block on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, passed Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Let's go now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Foxtrot.
He'll look to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 45 on 2nd down, Shermer. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. That's a guy, Carlos Hyde, who split time last year in Cleveland and Jacksonville after 4 seasons in San Fran. He was just under 1,000 yards his last 2 seasons with the Niners, but never really got into a groove last season. And then the Chiefs signed him to a 1-year deal back on March 9th. Mahomes complete to his tight end. It's Kelsey. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
80 weapons.
They'll run for it with Hyde. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Carlos Hyde. His first touchdown on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. I think that's Mack who's still down. Yeah, it is. Mack apparently shaken up there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Check pass. Check pass. I got motion.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Luck gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Brings up second and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. A give to Hyde out of the gun. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Come on, let's go.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Hey, quick.
Now Love. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. They run again with Hyde on first. And some space here. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Hey, Orvin.
First and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. On 2nd down, Hyde. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Carlos Hyde with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Luck gives this one off to Mack. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 17, Luck. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They come out here in the eye.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Take 4. Take 4.
Going jet sweep, here's Campbell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 17-14. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. A 10th carry for Hyde. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And back to the ground, high. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 35-yard line.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line. Let's go.
A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
A carry now for McKissick. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Chiefs 14.
And the kick by Becker is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Locke. Throw left side here complete to Campbell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
11Z. Mike's 50.
To throw is Locke. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Yo. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike. Come.
Out of the gun, Locke. This is there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They come up in an offset eye. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Check. Come.
They will run with Ware, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Spencer Ware, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Vinatieri now for the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Next to score, Colts 24, Chiefs 17.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 2nd and 10, Shermer. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. They'll look to throw. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now back to throw. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. 33 yards that time.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run with McKissick. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
You got it. You got it. I'm ready.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And an alley to run. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Complete here. It's Hyde. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
He's back to throw. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They will run it. It's McKissick. And he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A looming decision. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. J.D. McKissick, his second touchdown on the season, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Jim. Showing up.
Hey, Alpha.
At 58.
They're going to try and run for it.
I know there's some time on the clock, but I still think you kick the extra point there and don't go for 2 and go for the win in that spot.
Yeah, time or no time, why not just take the 1 and even the score?
And then that way, no matter what, at least you know what you're dealing with now. It's a whole different strategy. You got to decide whether you're going to onside kick or just try and play defense and get the ball back.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Mack. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. They'll fake it. Now Locke. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now Luck defers to Mack. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Watch left. He's done.
Off of play action, Luck. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and never an easy thing to come into Arrowhead and get the victory. One of the toughest places to play in the league, but they did it.
Some of the best fan support in the league. They take pride in it. They love their team. They rally around them, good and bad. But when it's good, oh, it is so difficult to come into this place and get a win. From the time they sing the national anthem and finish it with the home of the Chiefs, you're in trouble right from that moment usually.
So for Indianapolis, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find.